How you doing? Callie, good to see you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Callie, how's your listing? Did you ever get a better offer?
I have not gotten a better offer. I did have, um, so that offer came from the first person that wanted to see it,
Uh-huh.
and we countered, and they were like, "Yeah, no," but that's fine. And then we had another showing this week that just kind of came out of nowhere. The agent just scheduled it, didn't like reach out or anything before. And
Right.
another one yesterday. And then a guy also called yesterday and wants to go see it. So, you know, picked up some traction on showings at least.
Yeah, it's the first step of the funnel. Get some showings.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. But I have a question if no one else is
Yes.
jumping in. Okay.
Nope, you go to go.
Um, Yay. So my parents have a condo that is it's not actually my parents, but it's a whole group of people. But they have a condo in Springville that
Hmm.
is in that 55 plus community. And they want me to sell it, but they don't want me to list it. Which I'm not sure if that matters or what they mean by that. They just they've had a couple people in the neighborhood reach out and want to buy it or want to know how much they'll sell it for. So that's kind of the thing. And I'm not sure the whole process. Like, do I still need them to sign an agreement? Do I don't know, like, do I just not list it until we see if somebody else wants to just buy it? Is there a process there?
So when people say I would sell this, but I don't want to list it, they're like a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10 of being ready to list, usually. It means that they're open to the idea, but they're not ready for it yet.
Okay,
Um,
they're 100% ready to sell it.
uh-huh.
They had a lady that was living there that was my grandpa's girlfriend. It's a real weird story. Uh, After my grandma died, my grandpa got a girlfriend. They lived there. My grandpa died, and he wanted her to have a place to live. So it's in the trust that came from my grandpa. So all the aunts and my dad own it. But she was living there. She had dementia, and so they couldn't get her to move out and they wanted to put her in a home, and they like it was a whole thing. And the HOA came in and was like, she needs to move. Like she is gonna burn down the condominium. Like she
Yeah.
has to be out. So it wasn't until the HOA got involved and said that like you got to get her out, did they finally get like somebody willing to move her to a home.
Hmm.
So anyway, so she moved to a home. So like they need to just sell it, but like I don't know what the state of she was kind of becoming the hoarder, like what the state of it is. So I basically they're like, "Can you just take care of this?" And I'm like, "Sure." So you want me to list it? And they're like, "Well, see what those other people are willing to pay for it first." And I'm like, "I don't know if that matters."
Um,
Oh,
it almost sounds to me like they're hoping that the other people would overpay for it because you haven't set a price. You know, if
yeah.
you say something like it's worth 400,000 and they were thinking 450, then they're like, okay, I'll pay 400,000 type of an idea. Um,
Yeah.
Typically
So,
that doesn't happen.
yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of the best next steps. So you will need an exclusive right to sell to get paid.
Okay, so I'll have them sign that because it's
And
actually in
then,
just my dad's name. So I think he
oh,
can just
perfect.
do the
That makes
agreement
it
with me
so much
easy. So,
easier to deal with one person rather than try to track down 8 signatures and
yeah.
set it all up that way. Um, if they do not want it on the MLS yet, we will do an MLS exclusion form so
Okay.
we don't have to list it right away. You do not have to have a price with a signed listing agreement. I actually know agents that that's what they do is they go on a listing appointment, do like, here's our marketing plan, here's everything
Oh,
we should do, here's what you should do. Um, if we can agree on price, do you want me to list your home? Great.
yeah,
Sign this agreement, put me to work, and then I will go figure out the exact price we should list it. It's probably going to be between somewhere in this range, so they can kind of
yeah.
have an idea.
Well,
And
they gave me a price that they want to list it at or sell it at,
yeah.
which is higher than. So the analysis I did was just in this neighborhood, what did they sell for back?
Hmm.
And nothing sold on the MLS this year. But last year, I pulled all the properties that sold and gave them that data of like, this is what they sold at. But they want to sell it higher if possible, because who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Lots of money.
and so they gave me a price that they want me to try and sell it for so that everybody gets an even amount and that covers my commissions and everything. So
Um,
I have the number. I just, and it might not sell
the
at that number, but
the best way to get the most amount of money is to bring the most buyers.
yeah.
So, the idea of like withholding it from the market to like let one of the neighbors make an offer, that typically doesn't bring in the most amount of money.
Okay.
Um, that being said, you can get the agreement signed and let those neighbors know, hey, we're going to go to market. If you want to be the first offer, we can definitely do that so that if anyone else wants to buy it, then we have you as an offer and they'd have to compete against you. So it's not quite first right of refusal type of an idea,
Hmm.
but they at least have the first crack at it. And
Okay.
so that might be just like you get it signed, you start getting it prepped to go on the market as you reach out to these buyers.
The
And
neighbors. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And then that kind of puts some urgency to them because if they know it's going to go to market and they're going to have to compete with their offers or just
Yeah.
other people, then that might be the best case scenario for your family.
Okay. Awesome. But I'll have them sign the exclusive right to sell and um the other one for not putting it on the MLS yet. And then it's gonna need some cleanup. Like I know they need to get the carpets cleaned and there's like a hodgepodge of stuff that was left over. Because
Yeah.
obviously when she moved to a home, she can't take everything. But they did like bring a dumpster and clean it out really good. But they just left like the furniture that was my grandpa's and whatnot in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could get that signed, get the MLS exclusion form signed that Brittany can definitely help you with if you need that.
Okay.
And then I would
You
put like a
actually don't have to
time.
get that one signed anymore. It's just a submission on the MLS.
What?
Yeah, it's
What?
weird. And I don't love it because they don't even send you a confirmation to like prove that you've done it. It just kind of disappears into the ether. But
Hopefully it
that's
works,
how you do it now.
otherwise we'll fine you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
Can we
funny.
sign one just in case? So we're not like at full.
You can definitely put it in an addendum to the listing agreement. I have agents who do that, and I
Okay.
prefer that. That way I can see that it's written and agreed upon. But yeah. So
Yeah,
I would suggest that, but we would also submit it through the MLS because they
on
have to
the
see that
MLS.
submission come in. So
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, the alternative to that is you can always do an active no-show listing. So you could put it on the MLS. No one can go see it, but then you are following all the rules that it's on the MLS and all of that. So if you wanted to do that.
I think I'll wait and gather more and just get the first part signed so that I have time to put it together. I might want to stage it if we're gonna actually list it. So,
Yeah, that usually helps. Well, good.
cool.
Another
Yay.
listing. This is the way to go.
I'm excited. It's hopefully I can get the other one sold.
It sounds like people are moving. That's what you want. You want people coming. So you're getting people in and getting offers. Now we just need a good offer. What we want. Okay. Well, today is our last weekday for the DTD2 of A and W. It is also 6 days until the first time homebuyer seminar. So definitely make those calls. If you haven't called your A's and W's, call them and invite them. It's an easy reason to call, so might as well do that. And then we have open house today by Colleen, who is awesome at open houses. So if you are doing open houses, you should definitely come to Ignite today at 9:30 because she will give you a good idea of what you should be doing, what else you could be doing. It should be good. So, and then we had that lender CE class today. If you're not doing Ignite at 10 o'clock, there was something. So go make some calls, talk to a whole bunch of people today, and good luck, Callie. Get a listing agreement signed.
Thank you. Will do.
Okay, thanks. See ya.